Good morning, my dear students. We have already completed Unit 1 of our book. Today we will start Unit 2, Commercial Mathematics. In this unit, we will read 3 chapters. Chapter 9, Ratio and Proportion. Chapter 10, Percentage, and Chapter 11, Application of Percentage. So let's start Chapter 9, Ratio and Proportion. First of all, we will come to know that what is ratio. Before discussing this one, I would like to tell you, ratio is used to compare two quantities of similar kind. Two quantities of similar kind. We have already studied other methods of comparison of quantities. These methods are subtraction, means whenever we have to compare two quantities, we can use subtraction method also. Suppose we are having two numbers and we have to check which number is greater. We will subtract a smaller number, or we will subtract these numbers. Then we will come to know that yes, this number is greater and this one is smaller. By how much also we can get. By calculating average, if we are going to calculate average of two numbers given, the average will always lie between the two numbers, and the number which is greater than the average of the numbers will be greater number, and the number which is smaller than the average of two numbers will be a smaller number. So by this way we can calculate. We can also calculate or compare the numbers by percentage method. Today we are going to discuss ratio. Means we can also compare two numbers with the help of ratio. So what is ratio? Ratio is expressed as a fraction of the values of two similar quantities. The numerator is being the value of the first quantity and the denominator represents the second quantity, expressed in same unit. Means if we have to calculate the ratio of two quantities, we can calculate if and only if both the quantities are in the same unit. For example, if we have to calculate ratio of length, then we have to write both the lengths in the same unit. Suppose one is in meter, another one is centimeter, then we have to convert either from meter to centimeter or centimeter to meter. Then we have to find the ratio. We cannot calculate the ratio of length to the mass of the object, because both have different units and both the quantities are different. So we cannot calculate the ratio of different types of quantities. We have to calculate only with the same quantities having same unit, same type of physical quantity which has same unit. Let us come to know more about ratio. A ratio A by B, where A is in numerator and B is denominator, is also expressed as A is to B. This dot or column, this column is read as is 2. We can say A is to B. Means if it is written here, we can also write A ratio, this one, as A ratio B, or ratio of A and B, or we can write A is to B, where A is being the first term or antecedent. This is antecedent. This is the first term of ratio is called antecedent, and B is being the second term or consequent. If we have ratio given and it is asking write antecedent and consequent from the given ratio, you can write numerator as antecedent here and denominator as consequent. A ratio is the comparison of two quantities of the same unit. Hence, it does not have any unit. As we are writing the ratio of two similar quantities, so a ratio does not have any unit. Let us see example how to write antecedent and consequent. If we have given find the ratio of example find the ratio of 6 meter to 18 meter. You have to also know ratio is written always in order. If it is given in question or given in question that find the ratio of first to second, means we have to write as a numerator first quantity and denominator second quantity. In this case we can write ratio is equal to, it is solution, ratio is equal to 6 meter by 18 meter. Meter cancel, 6 3 18, 6 1 6. So it will be 1 by 3, or you can also write 1 is to 3. This is the required ratio. If you have to write antecedent, then you can write antecedent is equal to 1 and consequent is equal to 3. This is the ratio answer. If it is given also find antecedent and consequent, you can write antecedent and consequent of the ratio. Now, if we have ratio given and it is asking to calculate the simplest form of ratio, means our next topic is calculate simplest form of the given ratio. Means topic is simplest form of ratio. Simplest form of ratio. As you have studied in fraction, how to calculate simplest form of a fraction. In the same way, we will calculate simplest form of the ratio. We will write the factor of the first term, that is numerator, and factors of the second term. Which factor? Prime factor. We have to write prime factor of the first term and prime factors of the second term. Then we will find that some of the factors are common in both numerator and denominator. We will sort out the common factors. Then we will be left with the simplest form of the ratio. Or another method is that we calculate HCF of the numerator and denominator and then divide each term of the ratio by that HCF to get simplest form of the ratio. Example is here. Find the simplest form of the ratio. Find simplest form of 15:25. 15:25. See the solution? We have ratio 15:25. We can write it 15/25. Now we will write prime factorization. 15, 3, 5, 5, 1, 25, 5, 5, 5, 1. So we can write it as 3 into 5 by 5 into 5. 5 cancel. We will be left with 3/5. This is the simplest form of the given ratio. This is our answer. I hope you understood how to calculate simplest form of the ratio. Our next term is calculate equivalent ratio. Our next topic is equivalent ratio. Equivalent ratio. Two ratios are said to be equivalent to each other if multiplication of first term of the first ratio with the second term of the second ratio is equal to second term of the first ratio is equal to first term of the second ratio. Then two ratios are said to be equivalent. If we have to calculate equivalent ratios, then we have to multiply with the natural numbers in both numerator and denominator of the ratio, or we can say in the first term and second term of the ratio. Means equivalent ratio can be calculated by multiplying with the natural numbers. For example, find equivalent ratio. Find equivalent ratio of 3/5. Find equivalent. Here it should be given 3 equivalent ratios. Find 3 equivalent ratios of 3/5. Example. So solution of this is 3/5 is equal to 3/5 multiplied by 2/2 is equal to 3/5 multiplied by 3/3 is equal to 3/5 multiplied by 4/4. Then 3/5 is equal to 6/10 is equal to 9/15 9 by 15, which is equal to 12 by 20. That is 10 equivalent, 3 equivalent ratios, thus 3 equivalent ratios of 3 by 5 are, you will write 6 by 10, 9 by 15 and 12 by 20. Answer. Like this you can write the equivalent ratio of the given ratios. Now we will study dividing a quantity in given ratio. Means we have given quantity and we have to divide the given quantity in given ratio. Take an example. A father leaves behind 25,000 rupees to be shared by his son and daughter in the ratio 6:4. How much money did the son and daughter receive? So, to solve this kind of question means quantity is given. Quantity is the money left by the father, and in a given ratio means ratio given how much money will be shared, means in which ratio money will be shared. Means here total money given is total money is equal to rupees 25,000. Rupees 25,000. Ratio is given also. Ratio is equal to 4:6:4. 6:4. Son to daughter ratio. It is given here. Son to daughter means if son is getting 6, then daughter is getting 4. To solve this kind of question, we write sum of ratio term. Sum of ratio term. We have 6 plus 4, that is 10. 6 plus 4, 10, and therefore ratio of son's share. Son's share, not share, son's share of rupees 25,000 is equal to ratio term of son by sum of the ratio term. Means 6 by 10 multiplied by the given money. Now you will solve 1 0 1 0 cancel. 25 6 150. So rupees 15000. 15,000 money son will get. In the same way, you will calculate daughter's share. Daughter's share of rupees 25,000. This will be 4 by 10 multiplied by rupees 25,000. Now again cancel, and 25 4 100, so it will become 10,000. Therefore, the son's share in the total money will be 15,000, and the daughter share will be 10,000. Like this, if a quantity is given to you and a ratio is given, you can find the value for the share for each quantity. The next is finding quantities when ratios is given. Now we are going to read finding quantities when ratio given. Finding quantities, our next topic is finding quantities when ratio is given. Ratio is given. In this, take an example. The ratio of Sunita's weight and her mother's weight is 7:12. If Sunita weighs 35 kg, how much does her mother weigh? So solution we will see. Example. Some means ratio of, we have given, we have ratio of Sunita's weight and her mother weight. Sunita's weight and her mother weight is equal to 7:12 and her Sunita's weight is 75 kg. Sunita's weight is equal to 35 kg. We have to calculate the weight of the Sunita's mother. So we know by the ratio Sunita's weight by mother's weight. Here apostrophe is by mother's weight. I am writing ratio of Sunita's weight and mother weight, which is given 7/12. From here, we have Sunita's weight 35 kg and mother's weight we have to calculate. Mother's weight we have to calculate is equal to 7/12. Now you will do cross multiplication. So you will write mother's weight is equal to, you see, during cross multiplication, this will multiply to this side and this will multiply to this side. Or when we have to find the mother's weight, this will come in denominator, so it will directly written as 35 kg multiplied by 35 kg, or simply I am writing here 35 multiplied by 12 by 7. 7 5 35, so 12 5 16. Thus, mother's weight is equal to 60 kg. Answer. So by this way you have to calculate when ratio is given, then quantity calculate. Your homework will be exercise 9.1. Thank you.